Greetings, friend. How are you doing today? I have few questions for you today. Few questions. First question: have you ever seen, say, a plastic ball floating down the river? Perhaps a plastic ball like this little beach ball here, floating down the river. Second question: imagine you put some sand or something, some sand into the ball. Do you? What do you think it'll do? Another question for you. Do you have emotional trigger point? Emotional trigger point. In other words, there are certain things that just upset you more than it typically upset people. And last question. What do you think cause your emotional trigger points? The triggers for your emotion that upset you seemingly sometimes just kind of some maybe make you explode while other people is okay with that. And emotional trigger points oftentimes come actually from unresolved grief, unresolved trauma, unresolved something from long time ago. Perhaps it's when you were still a child or a teenager, or something happened a decade ago, something like that. And the thing with those is they are almost like this dirty sand inside of you. Back to the questions, to the plastic ball that's floating down the stream. If you put some sand in it, then it's usually weighted down. Even if it doesn't sink, it's probably going to be slower going down the stream than if it is an empty plastic ball, a clean plastic ball. And you and I this week are sharing about how you can quickly, very quickly succeed and achieve what it is that you would really love to bring into your life, such that it's just take off like a bomb, because you are the bomb. And one of the thing is to clear up all the junk from inside of you, to clear up all the dirty sand, so to say, from inside of you, because just like the plastic ball, it will waste you and slow you down. And this week, the whole week, we've been sharing on how you will be able to a whole lot faster and a whole lot easier kind of moving in the stream. You'll be able to move a lot in with the stream, that will help you achieve your magnificent success so spectacularly quick and wonderful. And of all the things you do, if you done all of them and at the same time you have something still holding you back, still weighing you down, that's something that will slow you down oftentimes, and sometimes even kind of backtrack you, or hold you, or most like a big giant boulder, so to say. And that's because when we have some unresolved grief, and I'm being a grief coach, I work with people many times actually come to me with current condition, current grief, and then discover that, oh my God, I have this from when I was in high school, and I have this when I was 12 years old, and I have this when I was 25, and then, oh my goodness, all these things. And then when we resolve them all using my very simple, using the simple 8 weeks program, it's actually allowed my clients not only to just take care of the situation now, but free them up so much. They not only be able to navigate their grief, but it's propel them forward in life in such an amazing way. And so it's something you want to clear up, what is it that you holding you back. Why? Because let's go back to the trigger point. So let's say one thing. For an example, you would love to have a magnificent, amazing relationship, but something happened in the past of the past that you might not even necessarily remember clearly what happened, but something happened that make you say, I'm just very hesitant and don't want to get hurt. And perhaps it's not something that ever happened to you. This is the interesting part. It might be something that never happened to you, with you personally. It's something that you witness as a child over and over again. And you're like, yep, nope, I'm not going through that, because and actually many people don't realize that's a form of grief, a form of grief and a form of trauma. You see something, let's say for instance, your parents always argue and always this and that, and you're like, oh, and you might notice one of your parents always upset, and you're like, oh my God, sounds like a close relationship and a marriage is nothing but traumatizing. Hello. And let's say your parents always argue about, always has a heated discussion about money, about, oh, if you don't work for somebody, let's say you don't work for somebody, then this is why we are suffering, this is why we don't have money, and this and da. And now, whether you're in the first place, what you desire is to have a magnificent relationship, but then you don't want to get hurt, and then if, let's say, one of the parents cheated. Now you worry about people cheating. So anytime people get close to you, you might subconsciously do things to protect you, so to say, but push people away. And if your family, let's say, you hear heated discussion about, oh, you should have just worked with somewhere so we have benefit and da, da, da. And now, even if your heart calls you to be an entrepreneur, to create something, to have freedom of time and money, and deep in your heart it's something that you can do, but if subconsciously you get this message of, well, if you don't work for somebody, you're gonna be miserable, subconsciously, then guess what you're gonna do? And well, you're going to be doing things such that it tie you to be working to somebody. And if your dream is to be able to have financial independence, your dream is to be able to create what you would love, then you will do a subconscious thing where you might self-sabotage or something. Or when there is an offer to you, when there is somebody coming to you and you're like, ooh, I'm not quite sure about this. And all those will slow you down, if not even stop you, slow you down, or so on occasion actually even stop you altogether, or self-sabotage at some point. And definitely when you're being slowed down, when you're being stopped, and when you self-sabotage, it's not going to allow you to be able to go like the ball going along the river stream. This whole week, Monday through Thursdays, we've been sharing on things that will allow you to open your energy so you are in the stream of success, of achieving what you would love in such a spectacular speed and a spectacular result, being the bomb that you are. But if there's something holding you back, you can do all those things, and it actually can slow you down still, regardless. And so that's something that I invite you to notice, not to dig around, not to necessarily dig into your past or something, but if you ever notice that something that still bother you seemingly more than any other people, you still have this trigger point. Sometimes you're like, that's just my freaking pet peeve, or something like that. Or every time you notice that you have a repeat pattern and you want to do something, you hold back, my peace of mind tip for you this week, my peace of mind tip for you, as well as my tip for the final key for you in creating this spectacular result, such that the second half of this year, being July, the second half of this year is that everything is even better than the first half. That what it is that you would love to accomplish, you accomplish so nice and easily. What it is that you would love, you accomplish it so quite quickly, faster than you've done ever in the first 6 months of this year, and perhaps in your whole life. And so that's my peace of mind tip for you. Clear up the sand, kind of the residue that's still in you, because not only it can slow you down in your success, in your accomplishing spectacularly, quickly, and wonderfully what it is that you would love, it can also, if it is something that you notice, some people have this, they said, you know what, really, after I look back, these things still bother me from time to time, or there's always something that bother me about this, and I just could not point my finger about that. Actually, strangely enough, my program, Dance Away Sadness, Move Beyond Your Grief, is very powerful in helping people seemingly to become in touch to what they something in them that nebulous, and then release that. So give yourself the gift for the second half of this year, the gift of being able to move forward with a lot more ease, and the gift of peace of mind. If you have trigger points like that, if you have something that is seemingly nebulous, but you just kind of like, I'm not quite sure about this, there's always something off about this, then give yourself the gift, because you deserve, just all of us deserve to be able to succeed so spectacularly well, and to have peace of mind and ease and joy in our life, in your life. You deserve that, and consistent, regular basis, regardless of what's going on outside of you, regardless of your condition, regardless of your history, because guess what, history is history. History is not tomorrow. If you give yourself the gift of being able to move forward, if you give yourself the gift of being able to have peace of mind, if you practice what we shared earlier this week in moving forward, knowing your why, have a clear picture, knowing your why, commit with such a committed decisions that you decide you're going to move as fast as you can, doing everything you can, believe with 1,000% belief, and be so focused. Get that binocular, and be somewhat semi-tunnel visions, just like all our gentlemen, and clear up those sand in your in you. Clear up those sand. And many times we might say, some of us has done personal development work and extensive work and this and that, and many times we said, oh, we're good, we done this. And if we want to be honest to ourselves, we just ask. This is something my mentor actually taught us, and I find it very, very helpful. Every night, you're not digging, you're not trying to think about back, but every night, or at least once a week, just say, or particularly if you are embarking on a project, and ask, is there something that I am to clear up from me? Is there something that I am to clear up from me? And if there is something that's serving you to clear up, it'll come up. If not, then you don't worry about it. Then you're all good. And many times, regardless of how much work you do, because life is life, sometimes something seemingly super simple and silly still come up. Some even my mentor, my primary mentor, Mary Morrissey, who's been doing this for so long, from time to time still have something come up that surprise her. I've done so much work with grief and personal development and life coaching and everything, and even that is sometimes still like, oh wow, what a surprise, I thought I cleared that one up, apparently not 100%, and let's clear it up even further. Sometimes it's like onion layers, and so I invite you to share in the comment below if you notice, if you ever done this exercise, and when you clear things up, it's actually really help you move forward or have more peace of mind. If you have something that you would love to clear up, and if you feel more comfortable, feel welcome to reach out to me. If you have something that holding you back or something, feel welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to support you with complimentary laser coaching. And then if you're welcome to share if there's a project that you would love to bring into fruitions in the second half of this year. And if you have any feedback, feel welcome to share in the comment below, or if you'd like to share this video. And this is Birgit with From Grieving to Joyful Living. I see that as you embrace all this stuff, and particularly allowing you to clear up even more the residue, because just like the sand, when you have sand kind of stick, right? And so sometimes you got to kind of shake it off a little more, clear up even more the residue. You have even more wonderful, spectacular success and peace of mind and ease and abundance and success and joy every day, creating beautiful, thriving life every day and a magnificent, thriving life as a whole. And I love you very much and I look forward to see you again very, very soon.